We were at McDonald's at the Delhi airport, and we guys were trying to buy the burger. Where as soon as we bought the burger, we kind of missed that it was the final call, and just for a burger worth rupees 200, we missed the flight, and we had to pay 20,000 in the end. And it was funny because we literally were running till the end, and the moment the flight took off, we reached. We had to book another flights. We had to sleep for 12 plus hours. We went for the gig. We did not even get enough sleep. We just went randomly without sleeping. It was a funny incident. तेरी मेरी रातों ने किए हैं कुछ इरादे, मिली है जो अब ये मुलाकातें, कोई जादू होने को है। तेरी मेरी हुई आंखों आंखों में जो बातें, मिली है जो अब ये मुलाकातें, कि होश अब तो खोने को है। So I chose these two songs, Bang Bang and Uptown Funk, because they're my favorite songs, to be honest, and they gel really well together. So if I sing Bang Bang, Teri Meri, this hit the high school, Michelle Pie for the white gold. So these two songs go really well. Uptown Funk is a funk song, and Bang Bang is also a funky song. Like, you can dance to it. It's a disco song. So I chose these two songs because the vibe is very similar and they go really well together. So I thought that why not create a mashup of these two songs and, show the world that I can sing in Hindi as well as in English. I try to be versatile as much as I can, show my versatility, my range, my singing styles, different styles that I can sing in. So that's why I chose these two songs. So while I was shooting this song, actually, by the way, some of the viewers who are seeing this right now, I would like to tell you guys that we shot this in Italy, in a city called Milan. It's the fashion capital of the world, and we had a gig there. I had a gig with my band, and I think we went there, and I think we had a lot of difficulties in shooting there. Number one, because we had a gig last night, and it got over at 4 a.m. and we had to leave at 5 so that we don't miss the sunlight, the early light, natural light we could shoot in. We shot it in front of the Duomo Cathedral, and it was a great experience because I think it's my first international shoot ever, and this song is very special to me. This cover is very special to me. It's we had difficulty in shooting it. Of course, we had difficulty in shooting it because we had to tackle the police, tackle the local people. They were staring, they were looking at us, even though they were not making fun of me, like people would generally do in other countries. But in Italy, people are very supportive. Italy is full of art and music, and people support independent artists and young musicians shooting videos. So while we were shooting, there were people who were doing thumbs up, and there were people who were looking and smiling at me. So it just gave me the confidence. In that terms, it wasn't tough, but yeah, it was tough in the terms that we had to tackle the police, we had to tackle the local authorities. The pastor from the cathedral came out and he said, "You cannot shoot here." We requested him. It took us like half an hour. We wasted a lot of natural sunlight, but in the end, it turned out to be very good. Other than that, we just had two people to shoot the video. Two of my friends from college who shot the video, an amazing videographer and amazing cinematographers. He had amazing shot selections in his mind. The way he shot it, his choice of locations was amazing. Two of my friends, Gagan and Shakti, they shot this. Both of them were amazing, and they did a very great job. I'm happy that it turned out well. After some difficulties, of course, but nothing in life comes easy. So yeah, of course, it is. This cover is very different from my previous covers. The previous covers that I've shot, one was Dil Diyan Gallan mashed up with a song by Coldplay, something just like this, and Chainsmokers. One was Ye Raatein Mausam. It's a retro song. It was very different. We shot it in a natural environment in Cherrapunji. One was just a studio shoot. We put a curtain behind us, a studio, sort of a studio curtain, and we shot it. Very small shoot. One of it was, you can say, that shoot was outdoor shoot. It was an outdoor shoot. It was in Mohali and it was in Shimla and Kasauli. That was called Shayad and Ye Duriyan mashed up together. Love Aajkal songs. This one is special to me and dear to me because it's very different. The concept is very different. This can be a party song people can play at their parties, at their house parties, at their functions, and they can dance to. People who love funk music, I think, will love this song because it's an amazing song. This song would go really well with the recent song from the movie War. Ghungaru toot gaye, bang bang raat bhar baat kar. And Uptown Funk will go really well. So I thought, why not create a song people can dance to? All my previous songs were just simple songs, retro songs, slow songs, love songs, sad songs. I thought, why not do funky and a fast song this time? So the idea was very different, the approach was very different, and it turned out to be good. Well, that's what my viewers have told me till now, and I think I'm privileged that they have liked the cover. So I think if you want to start as a musician, if you want to start your band or even start solo for that matter, whatever, if you want to get into music and be a musician, if you're a singer, you want to start singing, or a guitarist or a piano player who wants to start playing professionally, whatever you are, you want to get into music, the most important thing first you need to do is, you need to believe in yourself. First important thing. There will be a lot of people around you. Like when I started music, my family initially wasn't that supportive. They were always supportive, but they were like, will you be able to pay your bills? Will you be able to manage your expenses by doing this only? Because when you talk about doing music for a hobby and doing professionally, these are two very different things, and you need to draw a fine line. You need to first decide if you're doing this professionally. You need to put your heart and soul and time and effort into this. If you are doing it just for the sake of it, for hobby, then aap kitne bhi ghante do, you don't have to practice. You're not a serious musician. But when you're a serious musician, you need to believe in yourself, man. Like you have to believe in yourself. That's the bottom line. Second thing I would like to say is that you need to practice, and you need to learn new things. You need to push your boundaries. You need to come out of your comfort zone to experiment with your style, to come up with new ideas. Like I could not really sing English that well before, but I tried learning Western music and I tried incorporating this skill. I was very bad at probably marketing myself, you can say, and interacting with business people, and I did not have a business mindset when it came to music. But it's very important. Half of the musicians lack in the race and do not succeed because they don't market themselves well enough. So I think marketing yourself is very important. And one very important thing which I want to tell you guys is, whenever you are performing, even if it's in your college, even if it's in your school, even if it's in your let's say at your home, make sure that you record videos and you create a video bank. Because if you want to start getting shows, you need to have some videos wherein you can put it on YouTube, and you can sort of show it to the world that we have been singing since we were X years old, and now I am X plus 5 years old, and see, I have come a long way, and this is my growth journey. So you will have a sort of a show reel when you have to pitch to event people for shows, to tell them that, sir, we need gigs, why we want to get associated with you. So you need to have a bank, a show reel of yourself, of your live videos. So make sure that you create live videos, very important. And in the end, it's just about believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself, the world will be your fan. That's what I have believed. So whenever I'm performing internationally, there are two ways you can approach to choose your songs, make your set list, and decide what kind of music do you want to do. Because let's say, like, I performed globally. I have performed when I was probably in Jordan, in Dubai. These are Arabic countries, and they have been listening to Arabic music. So there are two approaches you need to sort of make here. You can do two things here. Number one is that you sing the songs they've been listening to since their childhood. Like one of the Arabic songs which I really like, and it's their folk song. It's called Rida Rida Kafi Marida. Or you must have heard Kaho Na Kaho. It's actually an Arabic song. The tune has been copied. The real lyrics are Tamalimak. So I learned these songs for them. I performed for them, and I got a response I would never get in my country, my hometown. If I sing these songs, of course, if I sing Hindi songs, people will love it. But they went crazy. They went like, "Whoa! It's like an Indian singing this song." Just imagine an American coming here and singing Channa Meria. You would go crazy, right? So that's how it is. So if you're in different countries, you have to pick up their culture. You need to understand how do they say hello like they say Assalamu alaikum, they say salam, they say marhaba, they say wallah habibi, like, you know, my friend, I love you, like my lovely friend, wallah habibi. So kind of things they say, you have to pick it up slowly and gradually. So I performed in different cities in India also. If I, for example, if I play in South India, I have to sing some songs by A.R. Rahman. I have to sing Hamma, Tamil version. So I have to sing Hamma. I have to sing the Western version to Hamma. If I'm in Kolkata, I have to sing a Bangla song like Ekarat Baka Chan Lagina Halo Re Halo. I have to say Kemon Acho Kolkata Ki Chord Se Na Apni. Things like this. I have learned small things. You have to do it, man. If you're an artist, you have to do it. You have to sing in different languages. I mean, that's the sign of a good artist. You have to adapt into others' cultures. So even if you're abroad, like in any other country, like if you're in Italy, if you guys have heard that song Bella Ciao, you can sing Bella Ciao. These guys will love it. So that's about it, guys. I mean, just learn culture. I love looking at people's culture and what they say, how do they say it, pick up their pronunciation, their enunciations, and try to copy it in whatever possible. Even if it sounds funny, people will laugh, but they will term it as cute, being cute, you know, like, you know what I'm trying to say. That's about it, guys. Just that's it. Good experience. There are a lot of good experiences. Bad experiences, honestly, I don't even remember them because I'm a very I try to be positive all the time. I try to laugh it off all the time. I would start with a good experience. I was singing to a fan of mine, like, you know, like 1-to-1 after a gig. So this fan comes up to me and she said, just sing a song for me, sing 2 lines probably to me. So I said, what song do you want to listen to? So she said, why don't you sing this song, my favorite. It was apparently her favorite song. So she wanted me to sing it and I sang it and she started crying. And it really touched me, and first I was shocked that why is she crying, but she couldn't stop crying for 10 minutes. She's like, this is the most pure version I've ever heard from anyone, and it's come straight from the heart, and it really touched me. Thank you so much. I will never forget this day. So, you know, moments like these really cheer you up as an artist, and you feel that your journey is worthwhile and people do listen to you and they react to your music. Other than that, a good experience that I have had was in one of the shows in Jordan, where I think the people were so sweet. We got a flat, we got a whole place to ourselves, and we partied there for probably days and days and hours at a stretch with the locals there, and it was a blast. So guys, hit the subscribe button below and subscribe to Encore's YouTube channel. It's ENKORE. Subscribe to their channel because these guys are doing an amazing job by interviewing some of the best musicians, singers, performers, artists around the globe, even nationally in India and internationally. They're doing a great job. This is a great initiative. I had a great time interviewing with them and giving my interview and answering the questions, and I hope that you guys wait for new content from them. These guys are doing an amazing job. Subscribe karo, share karo, sabko batao, tell everybody, spread this like wildfire. Thank you.